My wife is suffering. I am not. How can I support her?
That really depends of what you want to support. Do you want to support her while she will continue suffering, or you want to support her to get out of suffering? Let's talk about it. So we have two different things here that we need to talk about. First of all, most people don't know that any kind of emotional or mental suffering, it's fixable. Maybe it's not fixable by what we call the traditional ways of fixing it, but it is fixable. So if she suffers, let's say for something like deep emotional pressure or from a mental condition, you have to ask yourself practically if she wants to get out of this suffering or not. And it's very important you ask this question. And not only that you receive an answer, yes, of course, don't you see, honey, I tried it all, but that she really is making effort to get out, because there are passive ways and there are active ways. So right now, doing nothing, just watching her destroy herself emotionally and mentally is practically a passive way of you being there. And she has no incentive at this point, period, to get out of his suffering. Why? You are an amazing crutch. You're an absolutely amazing crutch. Practically, this is the way that she is thinking. I'm suffering from this mental and emotional condition. And my husband is supportive. Of course, that's why we got married. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything. Because if she would have known from the beginning that these conditions are fixable, like depression and anxiety, she would have said, hold on a second, dear husband, let me fix this first before we get married. But she did not know that. So you are there the substitute for her happiness that she can't find. My husband is going to make me happy because I suffer from this condition and I don't know how to be happy. And very soon she's going to figure it out. That is not possible. That another person from the outside cannot make you happy. Actually, the only thing what you can do is go down the drain with her. So, this is the first thing that is very important to understand. She doesn't know she can get out of these conditions. Does she truly want to? Does she truly wants to? And that is quite a question. Because if she goes every week to therapy and she takes some meds and stuff like that, this is not going to help her. Now you have to ask the real question as a man, and most men cannot ask this question. And the question is, you did everything you knew, it doesn't work, you're not feeling better. Are you willing to do something that you haven't tried before? Are you really willing to get out of this condition or not? And surprisingly enough, we have wives who answer their husbands, nope. My pain is more precious than you are. I am going to keep it. So they have to make harsh decisions about how do they want to live, about what kind of family they want to. But just avoiding this question, are you really willing to do it? Because I can support you every step of the way if you're willing. But if you're not willing, I have to make better decisions of life. These questions most men cannot ask. Why? Because you might wake up with an answer like that. Sorry. And if you do need to make some decisions. And by not making a decision, Actually, you are making a decision to stay in the situation. And we had a lot of cases like that who ended up divorcing at the age of 50 plus because a poor man couldn't take it anymore. So now it might look fine. Now you might be always like, it's just a day, it's just a week, it's just a month, it's just this, it's just that. Things will pile up. And that comes number one, as I said, from a passive perspective of I can't do anything. My husband is going to make me happy. And she will find out exactly that's not possible. And number two is because after you have suffered for a very long period of time, and I have been in that condition, so I can really tell you how it works. You don't go after 5-10 years and say, oh my God, it was like, I suffered from all these conditions and my husband is so supportive. You forget what happened at the beginning. And the only thing you remember is that the husband was supportive at the beginning, but he ran out of options. Okay, trying to do this and that and the other. And it was hurting everybody socially in the family and everything. And now the husband has a little bit less patience to deal with this thing. And this is the only thing the woman remembers. Oh, he changed. He's not the same. He doesn't support me anymore. When the truth is that the man ran out of options. This is the truth. And this is why I always suggest do not have this passive approach. There is a lot of resentment that piles up. And I saw people divorcing at the age of 70, for goodness sake, because of all this resentment that piled up. And this question hasn't been asked in the middle of a marriage. Are you willing to do something that works? Because I can support you every step of the way. And if you do go to antidepressioninstitute.com and you are writing there that you are a supportive husband, you will also be given access to all the programs that we have for women, and you can help out. But there will be a lot of self-sabotaging techniques that a woman will put in her face, and it will be a lot of manipulation trying to escape from the actual hard work that needs to be done to remove the emotional and mental pain she suffers. You have to understand that too. Nevertheless, passive approach can get you to nowhere at the end of it. Can get you to a very hard life that you will have yourself for no reason. You just watch her destroy herself. How is that helping anybody? How is that helping you? How is that helping her? So hopefully you will try an active approach of we need to go a different route. What you're doing, it's not working. I'm not going to sit here and watch you destroy yourself. This is not why I married you. Or not. And then you're going to wake up disposable after a couple of decades. Don't ask why. This is the real reason. You want to be supportive passively or deeply. You want to have a great marriage when she's happy, or you want to have a dreadful marriage every day of your life. Because you're not going to be able to make her happy. She needs to do the work. You can only support her. That's the questions you need to ask yourself. For any other challenges that you have, we do have mychallenge.org, a free service to answer. Until the next challenge.